The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They're going to go for it. It's gone. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. Two first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10.
Check 43. Cut. Black 20. Check. Hey, shell.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here's Goff. They'll roll him out right. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Goff. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Back to the ground game here. Gurley. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
He'll get this to the 40. Sweet little juke in there. Got him some extra yardage. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. A shotgun snap for Goff. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. A Ram first down as Goff finds Cup. Goff now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. C.J. Anderson of the game. He gets it here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. Skirts by at the 15. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Now Goff on 1st down. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. Oh, he shifts past him. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Markevious Mingo in that time on the tackle. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Throwing on third. Gone. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Trying to get it to Woods. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy, because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting out and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
On first down, Wilson. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Samson Ebukam in there to drop it for a loss of nearly 20 yards. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times when they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
Looking to throw on second down. Wilson, he's going to float this one deep right side. They've got his man complete. He's at the 30, the 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Ed Dixon, 93 yards. And the Seahawks have made this a one-score game. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. From the gun, it's Wilson. Forced out to his left. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. Out to kick is Janikowski. This is fielded at the goal line. He's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football. High percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you, and make sure they touch it.
It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait, because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. Out of the gun, gone. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 11 and a first down. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. Here's gone. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offensive coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Hey, left. Goes it on.
3rd and long. It's gone. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Tyler Higbee, 48 yards. And the Rams add on to their lead. And nowadays in NFL football, you have to account for all the receivers, sure, but the tight end's such a weapon. And they prove it right there.
Oh, without a doubt. And we're seeing now the golden age of tight ends catching the football. I go back to Kellen Winslow. To me, he was a prototype of what we're seeing today. We're seeing it each and every week now.
And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. Zuerlein out now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's going to air one out. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the fourth quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. LaMarcus Joyner with a yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this.